make you move left and right. 그게 누구든지 make you move left and right. Human body 우리가 걸린 yeah yeah. It's good. Are you ready? Yeah yeah.
Alright. Hello, beautiful people. I am back with another reaction, and today I'm actually very excited for this video. I'm actually reacting to Dynamite by BTS. It's the NPR Tiny Desk concert version. My dog is running around with something in the background. I am very excited to do this because this was actually the very first video I ever did on my channel. And I'll link it somewhere somehow. I will link it so you guys can go check it out. And I just want to see if I'm going to be saying like the same things that I said a year ago. And it's crazy because a year ago I did not have face cam. I didn't have anything. I think I only had like 95 subscribers. That's it. I had like 95 subscribers. I didn't have anything. And I was super nervous to actually like do this video. But yeah, I'm just excited to see what my thoughts are now compared to then. But oh, don't forget to check out my Patreon as well. I do have a Chill Squad tier, which is $3 a month. That is where we'll watch different shows together and all that kind of stuff. But without further ado, let's please go ahead and get into Dynamite by BTS, the NPR Tiny Desk.
Hey. Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light.
Great for replacement.
Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. King Kong, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top, LeBron. Hey. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea, and I get my ping pong. Hey.
I think I said this before. Why am I lagging, dude? Alright, let's try taking this from the beginning.
King Kong, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top, LeBron. Hey. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea, and I get my ping pong. Hey, this day, hey, hear the bass boom, I'm ready.
That's the first time I heard the backing track in that.
This beach chain like money. This call of love, I'm into that.
I say it all the time. I say it again. Y'all need to let Hobie sing some. Well, I mean they can't because you know they're in the military now. But y'all need to let Hobie sing more. Even when he sings, he has a great placement in his voice.
I'm good to go. I'm Dynamite. You know I glow up. Hey, so let's go. Cause I'm in the stars tonight. Yep. Hey. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light.
So. Again, I don't know if I recognized this before. Jungkook went, let me see, cause I'm in the stars tonight. It's like he went in his head voice. No, I'm sorry. He was in his mix. He flipped to head for a split second and then came right back out into chest for In the Stars Tonight, if that makes sense. So let's see. It's like, oh wait, I forgot. I can't do it like that.
Yep. Hey. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light.
And then that time he did it completely I think he did it completely in chest voice that time.
Hey. It's shining through the city with a little fucking soul. Like dynamite. Whoa. Hey.
Fantastic. Shining through the city with a little. I think that was actually more of a mix for Jimin, which is different. I feel like I'm always hearing Jimin's like chest or falsetto in certain situations. That was more of a mix for him right there. And I think when he goes, was it light it up like dynamite? So when he goes to up, that's when he comes out of it, if that makes sense. So light it up like dynamite.
Bring a friend, join the crowd, whoever wanna come along. Just a move right up the world.
Beautiful harmonies.
So we dance the break of dawn.
Dawn. Dance at the break of dawn. V's placement is slightly changing. I think that's more of a cultural thing. It's like when he says dawn, it's like his placement leaves his facial mask and it goes more in his throat. So that's just something to watch out for, but I mainly think that is a language barrier / cultural difference, because even if I tried to sing something that is Korean, so to speak, I would have to adjust like my vowel shapes and my vocal. I would have to work with it a little bit. So I think that's.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got no medicine, so you should keep your eyes on the ball. This is getting heavy. Can you hear the bass boom? I'm ready. Like it, sweet as honey. Yeah, this bitch a ching like money.
Nice.
I'm alone, I'm into this. I'm good to go, I'm diamond. You know I glow.
What is that? Jimin does that all the time. It's like disco overload. It's like he puts a little like he does a little bit of that on overload, and he always does it. Like he always does it. If you check out any of my BTS Dynamite videos, it's like disco. I always bring that up. It's the overload, and it's like it's a slight placement change, but not too much. Like listen to that. Right here. Did you hear that?
You know I glow. Let's go.
Okay. Hold on.
Let's go.
So I don't think it's that the note is hard for Jungkook to hit, but if you notice, he's doing the fist, what I call the fist trick, where he's putting his hand in a fist, so all of his tension is in his arm, so it's no longer in his throat. Does that make sense? And I'm not saying that, like, when I say tension, I don't mean like, oh, these people are like so tensed up. I don't necessarily mean that. Sometimes when you go to sing certain notes, it can actually cause tension specifically in the throat. So you want to kind of trick your brain into putting it in other areas, so then that way, when like if something happens, you know, it won't damage your throat, or it'll be easier to sing certain notes. Let me say it that way.
Okay. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the sun.
Now V did the different method. He did the bend down. I don't know how many times I've said that on this channel, but V did our classic bend down. So in other words, when you want to go high, go low. Okay. So if you want to go high, go low. So he's bending down. I think he's also doing the arm trick as well, because it looks like his arm is in that same like position. So I think he's actually doing both as well. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. So Jin did scrunchy face. Okay, Jin did scrunchy face, which is where you like bring all the attention to like the front of your face, and so like you putting it all here. So the like basically all the tension can leave the throat. The one thing I will say about Jin here is that the only thing I would correct is that when he goes shining, so it's like shining through the city. What happens is, and I'm guilty of this too, I do the same thing, is like he's pushing all of the air out on shining. Now this is also here. I think this performance was from like years ago. But it's like when that happens, when you release too much air, you're losing a little bit of your support system for higher notes. So that's the only thing that I would correct or change, is just making sure that there's enough support for certain notes, so like you don't have to feel as out of breath or it's like tightened up. And the same thing for Jin. He did that light it up like dynamite. And so my voice isn't the best today, but like when he does light it, that's in his falsetto, and then he comes out of it, so it's falsetto for light it, and then up is also in his chest voice. He does the same thing. Misses. Beautiful switch. Here he go. Yes, go sing Dynamite to Dynamite. another person doing the bend down. And he's actually doing, now he is doing both. If you notice, like, Jungkook, like, wait a minute, I can't tell which way he's turning his body. This is, yeah. So he is like, I mean, he's like twisting his body too. Like, he is putting the tension anywhere but his throat. So, like, he has, like, the arm is tensed up, and then he's coming in like this. So he's trying to make sure that note comes out. And he's also not super tensed up, because then that can also cause tension in the throat if you're just super tense in general. So, but perfect. Yeah. I think this is, like, the one time I've heard Jungkook do that note. This is, I think that's the first time I've heard Jungkook do that. Namjoon, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are we not bench pressing? I was about to say the wrong thing. What are those things at the gym where you go like this? These things. Is that what we're doing? Leave me from alone. I love Namjoon. Oh, now this is my favorite thing that V does. My favorite thing right here. This is another way of releasing tension, but it's probably at the same time one of the hardest to do, especially if you're nervous. So if you notice, V will just go completely like limp almost. He will just like make his entire body just super relaxed, and like that way he can actually hit the note. So let's take a look at that. Watch, he's moving, and he just look at that. Perfect. Look at that. Yes. So that will be it for today's video. That will be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little like updated retro react. I don't know if that's what I'm gonna call it or not, but you know, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if there's like videos you want me to like recover to see if I still say the same thing. But please do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye guys.
Tell me what you wanna stop energy. Make it move, left and right. You can do good and make it move, left and right. So the body only gasoline, yeah. It's got, are you ready?